What's going on, YouTube? Flight Simulation here, back for another stream. And I know it's been quite a while. Months, I believe. It has been months and months. Sitting down here on the ground in Chios International Airport. Ooh, we could see here. We could see an Olympic being pushed back by no tug. That's cool. But yeah. Sitting here on the ground in Chios International Airport, we're going to be doing some short hops today in the beautiful Olympic livery. Let's actually, before we start, let's go to Insert, and let's get inside the aircraft, because that airplane is probably going to be pretty loud. I wonder which runway he's going to take off. Haven't even checked the departure runway yet, but we do have our sim brief flight plan, and we do have our weather information. We do have FSLTL activated, that's what the traffic there is, so that should be a real world flight. I don't know where that's going, but FSLTL takes data from Flight Radar 24. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Chios. We're flying over to Athens, Greece. Should be a good one. Also have FS Realistic on, and that's what the background noise is. But yeah, in the 737 PMDG 600, the airplane is flying beautifully lately. I do have some add-ons and some upgrades that I've made to the sim over the last couple months. So yeah, we're going to be doing 3 flights today. Actually, no, excuse me, two flights today. We're going to be flying from here, from Chios to Athens, and then from Athens to Kos International, which is a small island, which is actually not too far. Actually, Kos International is just north of Chios here, about 105 nautical miles, I believe. But yeah, we do have initial power set up into the aircraft right now, and we do have the beautiful FS Dream Teams add-on, which is FS Dream Team, what is it? GSX Pro. And that has added quite a bit of immersion to the aircraft. I've created a a custom taxiway for the passengers, so we'll see how they walk up to the aircraft. And without further ado, let's actually go ahead and do that right now. So we'll go to
This
GSX.
parking is too small for your
Yeah.
aircraft.
It's always been saying that. I don't even believe they fly this 600s into this airport. So make no mistake, with the length of this runway, we are definitely going to be doing probably a full power takeoff. So yeah, so let's go to request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And then we'll just do, we don't have an Olympic, so maybe we'll just do GSX choice there. And you can see all the ground crew immersion coming to life. Oh, actually it is Olympic. Very cool. Didn't know it was Olympic. I think the sounds and everything is just so good, so on point. The animation is really good when it comes to the height of these jetways here.
Do you want to board crew?
Let's go ahead and board.
Pilots boarding
both.
starting.
I love how the doors automatically open as well. So the pilots are boarding. As you can see, as I said, board both. The stretch here finally comes to life. So I've created the passengers route here coming out of the building, and as you can see, there's one pilot, and they're going to be walking all the way down here on to the airplane. And the nice thing is the passengers know once they get to this point, they get beyond these barriers, they know to go into the aircraft, and they'll kind of just split up. As you'll see later, they'll split up from coming into the front and to the rear. Pretty cool. As you can see, they actually load each individual suitcase, which is super, super cool. There we have one of our pilots walking down here. Alright, so while that's doing that, let's just pretend that's our first officer coming up. And we're just going to go ahead and just start some initialization into the aircraft. So we'll go ahead and check our flaps, that they're all working beautiful. We'll go to nav on our IRS positions. We're just going to go through our flows here. Everything here looks good. Don't need to do anything there. We'll put this on APU Gen. Initial power is established to the aircraft. We do have ground power. And all our lights are off. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and arm our emergency lights. We'll go ahead and arm the chimes as well. Don't need any lights or anything like that. These are reporting aligned, which is beautiful. Don't think we need any window heats. Let's double check the temp right now. 21 degrees Celsius. Definitely don't need our window heats. Don't need our probe heats on. Hydraulics can all stay off, and this panel is all good here. We'll put our air temp in the auto position, and all this can stay in auto. Recirc fans in the auto position. Packs are off, and all our bleeds are off as well. And landing altitude we'll put 50, which I believe the airport elevation, according to SimBrief, is 15 feet. So 50 will work just fine. And there's our first officer right there. The crew is going to come right after him. So let's come on down to, since we have initial power, let's go ahead and just double check. We have our alarm activated there. We're going to check our APU fire alarm as well as engine 1, engine 2. Beautiful. Go ahead and turn some sound up for myself here. What else could we do? Everything here kind of just stay the same, and we'll go and do a light test as well.
Crew boarding starting.
Everything looks good on our lights. The Christmas lights, they call it. Alright. Auto brake is set to off. Landing gear is down in green. Beautiful. And then we can go and make sure that our Parking brake is established, which it is. Dual FMC is restored. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure our doors are open, which they are. Now we're going to go to our payload. Excuse me, we'll actually go to our fuel first. So the fuel we're going to need on today's flight, which is in pounds, we're going to go to block fuel, which is right here, 13,008. So I like to take about 200 pounds more, or maybe 250 pounds. So 13,8. So we're going to do 14,100 pounds. And that would give us plenty of fuel to get over to Athens. Do we got our passengers walking yet? Oh, there's our crew. Go ahead and set our barometric pressure 3009 by just pressing B on the keyboard. Is that correct? Yep. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our payload. And since we added 250 pounds to the aircraft, or 300 pounds, give or take, we'll just put zero fuel weight is 109.8, so it's going to be 110.1. So 110.1, which is 110,100 pounds, into our zero fuel weight, which gives us an 86.4 load level, which is pretty good for the short runway that we're going to be taking off from. And moving forward here, let's go to our pause init page, and we can come on down here to our airport that we're sitting down, which is Chios, LGHI. We'll go ahead and plug that in. LGHI. And then we can now go to our IRS GPS left coordinate. We'll copy that into the scratch pad. We will plug that in there. Route to origin, LGHI to LGAV is our arrival airport. And we're going to go to request flight plan because we do have a flight plan that we can upload from SimBrief. It'd be, wouldn't take too long just, manually putting it in here because it's not too long of a flight plan. But at any rate, we'll just go ahead and load it. Save maybe a minute or two doing that. We can clear that. We'll go ahead and activate and execute. Beautiful. So we have our flight plan in. We'll go ahead and put in our flight number, AAL 5663. And we're now going to go to our departures page. So even with the flight plan in, you have to still put your departure and your arrival.
Crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
So it's kind of cool. They already have the sounds in the aircraft when the passengers haven't even come out yet, which you'll start to see a bunch of them come out here. You can already kind of see it a little bit. Yep, there they are. Okay, let's come on down here, and we're going to be departing. Actually, first let's come on up here. Let's get aft fuel pump on 1. And start up our APU so we can get off our ground power. The Pano 1 Alpha is what we want, which is going to be runway 01. The Pano Alpha 1. And we're going to go ahead and execute that. And our arrivals is going to be RNAV 03 less, so we'll take the RNAV. Do they have an RNAV? Guess not. ILS 03 then we'll take. ILS Yankee 03, that's perfect. ILS Yankee 03 left via the AUG C1 Charlie. AUG C1 Charlie. That one right there. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and activate that. See our passenger starting to walk down now. I love how this this scenery from I&I Bills, I believe. They even have the flag animated, which is cool and moves from the wind. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our legs page. We're going to make sure our flight plan is connected, which we can go ahead and connect the arrival there. And that's it. So it's a very quick flight. Should only be, I don't know, I think 20 minutes in the air, 20, 25 minutes in the air. Now what we can do is we can go to our NITREF index and performance page. Now we are 110.1, I believe, was our zero fuel weight. Yep. And our reserves, which is our FinRes plus final reserves plus alternate, we'll do 8.4. Cost index, let's get there kind of quick, so we'll do 65. The cruise should be very low. 22,000 is actually a little higher than I thought. Flight level 220. And our average wind, we'll put our average wind component at 268 at 27. 268 at 27. Go ahead and plug that in there. Transition altitude, I'm not too sure. I'll double check that right now. Let me pull up the charts. Let's actually just take a look at some of this animation here. So cool. Yeah, totally worth the money. I got it on sale too. I got it for $30. So the APU is running now. Alright, so let's come on up over here and let's get on our APU. It's a little hot out there. We'll get our packs on. Go ahead and turn off our ground power. Come on down here to our menus page. Go to FS Actions, Ground Services, remove the ground power. And let's now check our transition altitude. I gotta fire up SimBrief here, or excuse me, Navigraph charts. Alright, so we'll import our SimBrief flight plan, and alright, there it is. Beautiful. Let's now go to our departure. And we are showing 6,000 for our transition altitude. So we'll do 6,000 there. And then we're going to go to our N1 limit. And we definitely don't want to derate anything. We'll derate our climb is fine. Takeoff, flaps will be in the 5 position. CG weight is going to be 4.6. Just do that right now. That's pretty good right there. V1, rotate, V2. So we're going to take rotate at 111 plus 10, 122. 121, I mean. Flight director is on left side and right side. Since it's a pretty short cruise altitude, we're just going to do 22,000 here. Great, 121. All right, everything else here looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and squawk 2,000 in the box. And we'll go ahead and ident that as well. And check. Okay. And it looks like everyone has just boarded. Beautiful. Let's take a look in the back here. You can actually see them animated coming in, but since it's... Oh, see, you got a couple people in the back. All right, so passengers have been boarded. Beautiful. Let's just double check to make sure that the cargo section of the airplane is closed and the doors are now closing. GSX automatically does it, which is awesome. The barriers automatically are removed. And we're runway 01 today. So 01 is right over here. Let's take a look at the windsock. Where is the windsock, by the way? I don't see it. That's right over there. Okay. All right. And it looks like we have an interesting departure here, which we're just going to more than likely fly runway heading, and then we're going to make our left turn to our first fix just to make it easy. And let's go ahead and give it a cabin announcement, and actually, you know what? I totally forgot to start GSX here. Not GSX. What is it? Let's see here. Cancel that. I'm going to start that. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck here. It's Captain speaking. Welcome aboard Olympic Airlines flight 5663, service to Athens International Airport. Flight time today is about 25 minutes in the air. Should be a nice ride for you. Welcome aboard. We're going to be pushing back here, hopefully a little bit early. We'll talk back in with you once we're airborne.
Smaller items underneath the front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items.
Alright, we'll turn this guy on to TA. I believe we're just about ready to go here. Everything's closed up outside. Park brake is set. Flaps are up, 22. Just make sure our overhead panel looks good. Let's go ahead and get our hydraulics to the on position. Yaw damper go to the on position as well.
Thank you and welcome aboard. We're ready to go when you are.
Alright. Set this to 2000.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 5663 to service to Athens.
And we'll go ahead and alert the ground crew. Ground crew ready for hookup. So we'll go here to GSX.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Prepare for pushback and departure. Now this is pretty well animated, other than. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck here. This is Captain speaking. Welcome aboard Olympic Airlines flight 5663, service to Athens International Airport. Flight time today is about 25 minutes in the air. Should be a nice ride for you. Welcome aboard. We're going to be pushing back here, hopefully a little bit early. Yeah, only thing that kind of sucks is she walks right into the airplane. With the animation with the Phoenix, it's real good. They, well, the Phoenix sits up a little higher, the airplane's a little higher, so they don't walk directly into the wheel well. And also, GSX been doing some funny stuff lately with this, but it eventually corrects itself. Oop, totally forgot. We need to remove that. All right, so we're going to want to face nose right, tail left. Just double check here. All right, so it's going to be runway 01. So nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, release parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
All right, it may push us back pretty. This may not be a very accurate pushback. So let's just go ahead and get our engines fired up. Engine number 2 over to ground power. Okay, so they are turning us pretty quick here. Beautiful. Engine rotation on engine number 2. We're going to wait for about 20.
Please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration.
So we're at 20 now. Go ahead and introduce fuel. How they walk back with the aircraft too is really cool. Alright, so now what we could do is we could just go to GSX and just tell them to stop right here. Because they'll keep pushing us back all the way probably to here. Alright, telling us to put the park brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Waiting our confirmation for a good engine start. So engine number 2 is a good start. Going now over to engine number 1 to ground power. So we got rotation on 1. N2 is on the rise. 20% N2 introduce fuel.
If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch.
Alright, they're waiting for our engine confirmation so she can remove the pin and unhook us. We'll just go ahead, for time's sake here, we will confirm a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Good start on engine number 1. Engine starts over the continuous. Swap over power. Back to the on position. Isolation auto. Bleed to the on position. APU bleed off. APU itself off. Yacht dampers on. We're going to go ahead and turn on our probe heats. Engine Gen 1 and Gen 2 is good. Recall checked. Alright, recall check good. We're going to go ahead and set RTO flaps 1, 2, and 3.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Alright, so we're going to wait for her signal, and then we are going to get out of here. So let's go ahead and turn on our weather radar, and we can go ahead and double check our flight controls, make sure that's all good. So giving us our wave, and thank you, ground crew. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Alright. Auto throttle can come to the on position. Flight directors are in the on position. Let's go ahead and do a flight control check. Left, right, down, up, full left, full right. Alright. And she disappears. All of the GSX disappears. And we are ready to go. Taxi light to the on position. This anti-light should have already been on. And let's go ahead and do our VNAV. And we're just going to fly runway heading after departure. And then we'll just vector ourselves over to the left.
Cabin is ready for takeoff.
Okay, thank you. Alright, getting out to the runway here. We'll go ahead and turn on the runway turn-off lights. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to turn off auto throttle, because this is going to be a max power takeoff because we have such a short runway. Once we get airborne, we'll go ahead and turn on the auto throttle and the VNAV. Actually, we'll keep VNAV on, and then we'll turn heading on as well. Alright, I'm going to get over to our departure page here. see, am I allowed to go all the way up here? Let me double check here. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way up here. Go ahead and turn on our landing lights to the on position. A wing light coming on, logo light. Position is steady. Engines in the continuous mode, beautiful. Recall check one more time. Let's bring this guy up. Turn this guy to TARA. Traffic is on. Folks, we're number one takeoff. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Folks, we're number one takeoff. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Alright, so we're going to be doing throttles to 50 with the brakes on, and then we're going to release and go full power. Alright, let's go ahead, and I need to turn something on here, so let's go to our joystick cam. Beautiful. Let's just sync this heading a little bit better. Recall check one more time. We're going to do throttles to 50%. Release the brakes and max power. Check. Neutral. Throttle hold to good engines achieved. Go on. Rotate. You're up. Go ahead and draw the power back a little bit. Auto throttle on. A little bit windy there. And let's go to Toga. Let's go to flaps 1. I'm going to take a look at some of these shots here. So there, the auto throttle just kicked in, I believe. It did. Beautiful. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do autopilot. I want to check out some of these views. We're at flap 1 now. And we're going to go to flaps clean. So beautiful. Taxi light can come off runway, turn offs can come to the off position, recall check, beautiful. We will now make a left turn. Auto brake can go to the opposition. We can lock our gear. Hard left turn to, what's our next fix? That's it right there. No, that's not what we want. I think it's mess. Yeah, it's mess. So we'll go ahead and plug in mess. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and execute that. And then we'll do LNAV. Engines are screaming. Alright, joystick cam is now going off. The windmills down here. Alright, so I know we're past 6,000 feet. Let's go ahead and go to standard barometric pressure. At about 10,000 feet now, go ahead and kill the landing lights, as well as engine mode selectors go to the off position. Wing light coming off, anti-collision coming off, and we'll go to steady. Recall check one more time after takeoff checklist is complete. Come on down here. Since we're only going to be in cruise for 20 or so minutes, we definitely got to stay on top of all our tasks on this flight. Let's go ahead and enjoy some of this beautiful ortho. Well, that's not beautiful, but I remember flying in here, coming down this way in for landing. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me just double check, make sure everything on OBS on my end is working, which it looks like it is. Beautiful. There's an airplane right up there. That's pretty cool. So as you can see, our top of climb is there and our top of descent is there. So it's very, very short cruise. Let's make sure we come on upstairs here and that we are pressurizing. Go ahead and release the crew. Whoop. See, that's why you have a checklist, boys and girls. You're supposed to have your seatbelt sign on. We are pressurizing, as we can see the needle moving. Beautiful. And yeah, we're good to go. It's gonna be a pretty hard right turn here, actually. Alright, I'm going to turn off the microphone for a minute. I'm going to use the restroom, grab a quick snack, and then come back in about 5 or so minutes, and we will start our, we'll start getting prepped for our arrival. Alright guys, I am back. Let me just make sure everything looks good on my end here, which it does. Okay. Alright, so there's our top of descent. Let's just make sure. Let's actually start the altitude pre-select to 3,000. We'll start there. We'll make sure that our flight plan looks good for the ILS 03 left, I believe, is what we are. What we have planned for. Planned for 03 left. Beautiful. And let's take a look. Make sure we're all connected and everything looks good. Yeah, so we're going to make a right turn right at 3,000, probably intercept and come right into 03 left. We'll double check our winds, make sure that looks good, because sometimes SimBrief screws us over. So we will double check Wind Finder, which is a great little app I use. Alright, let's go to close that. Let's go to map. And let's get on over to Athens here. Where are you? Let's see. Athens. Okay, so it's very calm wind, and the wind looks like it's actually pushing a little bit northwest. So it's a very minor crosswind. So hopefully that doesn't throw us through a loop. What else are we needing to do here? So let's go on to our checklist, start getting prepped for our arrival. And pressurization, landing altitude, which I believe is only a couple hundred feet. Let's double check. 308 feet. So go ahead and plug in 350. Alright, so that's good. We'll do our recall check. That is set. Our brake will be set to probably just 2 is fine. And we will come and put our baro and our flaps and airspeed in. So the approach will be 130 is fine. The wind correction, and actually while we're at it, how far are we from top of descent? So let's come on up here, go to 30, we'll go to map, and we're pretty close. So once we get about, we're about 20 knots, we're good. Yeah, let's go to our net rev page here, index, and let's go to our descent page, forecast. Let's go to request our descent winds, because it might change our top of descent slightly. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Go ahead and plug that in. Just waiting for our winds to come in. Go ahead and load the winds. See our top of descent changed. Go ahead and execute that. And there's our descent winds, which looks like it stayed about the same. So transition is important. We got that in at 6,000. And the weather for LGAV, Athens. Let's go to our weather charts here. And we can see that the temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Visibility is very, very good. Winds are variable at 3, so don't have to worry about the winds. And that's exactly what Wind Finder reported, that it was very minor winds. And our altimeter is 3009. So go ahead and plug in that 3009er. Beautiful. What else do we need to do? We need to, let's double check this here. So pressurization is set. We recalled. Auto brake is set to 2. VREF and minimums. We do need to get the minimums in. Approach briefing complete. Altimeters are set, and we'll at 10,000 we'll put our engines into the continuous mode. Let's come on down and let's make sure our minimums are in. So since we're doing an ILS, excuse me, we need to be on radio altimeter, and the minimums are probably 200, I assume. Let's go to the arrivals. Actually, no. What we need to do first is we need to select our arrival, which is the ILS 03 left Yankee. ILS Yankee 03 left. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and add that to the route. And that should give us our charts. Let's go to our charts now. So we will be intercepting at about 3,000. Beautiful. And let's just make sure that our ILS is in. So the airplane is now slowing down. ILS is 110.5. ILS 110.5. ILS 110.5. Beautiful. So 110.5 and the course is 32. So we can come on down here, plug in .32. Course is 32. Plug that into 32. And first officer 32. Put this page, synoptic page stack to the engine, and so our approach is going to be about 125 give or take because of the wind correction. Maybe we'll do 126 on approach, 110.5, 110.5 on ILS. And we have just started our descent. These little dots here are going to be our decels. Got a little bit of weather out there. What else do we need to do? Let's come on down here and we need to get our baro in, which will be, let's see. Actually, altimeter is 9,000, excuse me. So we'll go ahead and go to our descent page. We'll put 9,000. Maybe it's 090. There we go. Let's go back to our legs page. And we need to get our minimums in. So the minimum altitude let's see here. Why am I not seeing it? .250. We'll go ahead and plug in 250 on the radial altimeter. Alright, there's 250. And we're pretty set up here for our arrival now. We'll go ahead and make our passenger announcement. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck here, you see start a descent into Athens, Greece. Should be on the ground in about 20 or so minutes. Do have some variable winds at about 3 miles per hour. Skies partly cloudy. Beautiful temperature at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll give you gate information once we touch down, and we do appreciate you flying Olympic today. Hope to see you on another Olympic Airlines flight. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Alright, so we'll go ahead and public address that, general, boom. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck here, you see start a descent into Athens, Greece. Should be on the ground in about 20 or so minutes. We have some variable winds at about 3 miles per hour. Skies partly cloudy. Beautiful temperature at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll give you gate information once we touch down, and we do appreciate you flying Olympic today. Didn't record the last bit of my announcement there, but that's all good. What is that? Is that an airport? Looks like we are pretty high. So let's go ahead and do VS. We'll push the airplane down a little bit. Get back on glide path here, on profile. There it goes. And to compensate for that, we can pull out some spoilers. Oh, we're already there. Wow, didn't even see that. Okay. We're going to retract those spoilers.
We have begun our final
Landing lights to the on position. Engines over to continuous. Wing lights coming on. Recall checked. Back on profile here. Beautiful. Airplane is now slowing down. Let's go ahead and pull out a little bit more of spoilers. The airport's right. Actually, that's the airport. Yeah. That is the airport. That's Athens International. Alright, it's probably going to push us down to 240. So we can go ahead and retract those speed brakes. And then now that descent speed is probably going to push us to 220 now. So far, so good. On profile. Love that livery. Couple birds in the air here. So cool. So 6,000 is transition. We'll go ahead and double check the weather to make sure that the altimeter hasn't changed, which it has not at 3009. There we go. 3009, beautiful. That kind of offset our profile a little bit. Should autocorrect, which it is. That's what I love about PMDG. It's a long island there. I love how you just, the arrival is you come in and you make a right and you just kind of go over these mountains here. Like into this little valley you descend in. So awesome. Let's see what's on the left side of the aircraft here. We gotta fly out to Santorini soon. I want to go there in real life too. Alright, this is early in the morning. I forgot to mention that this is not real world time. This is, I believe it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon there right now, or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm not sure, but yeah, we are, I changed the time to early in the morning. Alright, let me come on over here and let me turn on the joystick cam. I personally love flying just all airplanes with this joystick right here. Obviously it's the best with the Airbus, Phoenix Airbus, but it flies great with this, with all the airplanes. I eventually probably will get, you know, the Thrustmaster TFS, I believe it is, which is on a pendular axis, which is a great, probably the best for the money yoke you can buy right now. Alright, so once we hit about right here, we're going to go ahead and deploy flaps 1. Alright, we're decelling right here. Yep, see, this is going to now push us down to about 220. Got a little bit of winds here. Alright, just go ahead and put some ground spoilers out. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and arm that. Flaps 1. Beautiful orbic scenery too of Athens International. Alright, so we're slowing down. That's giving us our 1,000-foot call out. Our glide slope, or excuse me, our localizer's in. That's good news. And we will go to flaps 2. Looks like we have some traffic. Where is that? Where's that traffic at? Is that him right there? Alright, so it looks like our glide path is in. We're going to go to flaps 5 now. And we will go ahead and approach. And there it is. Single channel. Beautiful. Oh, look at that, dude. So awesome. Look at all these buildings here. Oh, man. How lucky are we landing right alongside? Looks like maybe Airbus A320. Alright, we're going to go ahead and deploy the landing gear. Flaps 10. And we'll go flaps 15. Recall check. Let's go again, fully lit up. Runway turnoffs. Anti-collision light on, position and steady. Beautiful. Flaps 25. One more sets of flaps. And we'll go flaps 30. Alright. Gear down 3 green. Flap set to 30 in the localizer. Go around, altitude set to 3,000. All our lights are lit up. You guys been advised. Crew's now been advised. Let's do it. Recall checked one more time. A little bit of wind here. I can very easily get distracted by the beautiful views. So now it's time to focus. 1,000 feet stabilized. Misapproach altitude set. Look at that. He looks a little bit high. All right, my airplane. When in doubt, throttle it out. Continue. Very minor crosswind. Still looking good. Should hit the 1,000 footers.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
A little bit firm. Still maintain center line. Reversers. .70 knots. Still those reversers. Manual braking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Athens, Greece. That was a good one. Really enjoyed that that flight, and the landing definitely was
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Athens.
good. I'll take that any day of the week. Taxi lights coming on. Runway turnoffs are already in the on position. Engine start selectors into the normal position.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when
APU is being fired up.
as items may have shifted during the flight.
I am not sure where we're supposed to go here. Let's make a right turn. A little short there. Recall checked. And let's go ahead and retract those flaps. Look at that mountain ridge. That looks beautiful over there. Was it Transnavia? I believe this is the airline. Looks like it worked out good with FSLTL on our arrival there. Looks like APU is available, but we'll leave it off for right now. Wing lights coming off, anti-collision coming off. Make a left turn here. And we'll park somewhere in here. One of these medium gates. Is that a retro Olympic there? That is. Whoa, that's super retro. It's like, what is it, the 727 or something, I think? I don't remember. This airport usually has pretty good performance. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to fly into it. All the airports that we are flying into have good performance. I just don't have the hardware to be flying into like LAX and all that. I'm still on a GTX 1070. I mean, this is all happening with a GTX 1070 right here. And streaming. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I'm pretty limited, but for pushing FSLTL, streaming, this on medium high settings on a GTX 1070 and an i7 8700, I ain't complaining. All right, let me go ahead and turn off the joystick cam here. Oh, where's that? Ryanair. All right, we'll go ahead and turn off our runway turnoffs. Taxi light will stay on. All right, so we'll go right into here. Let's first slow down. So it looks like it's Alpha 31. Let's go ahead and stop the airplane for right now. And let's get GSX. Let's go to parking. Gate Alpha 31. It's a heavy. Okay, cool. And follow me car. Nope. We want OA. All right, there's our marshaller. Beautiful. Looks like they're ready for us. Go ahead and turn off the taxi light here. I'm not perfect at this, but I'm getting better with time because this is definitely not the easiest part of the flight here. This is probably the most difficult, in my opinion, to get this 100% accurate. All right, so saying turn to the left here. Okay, let me slow down here. See the passengers moving in the terminal there. That's so dope. I really gotta slow down here. See, I went too far. It's tough. If you get it perfect, just right, they'll start dancing. Sometimes. Alright, that's okay. It's good enough. Parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and swap over to APU power. Beautiful. Did you just bow? Not sure. Engine number 2, engine number 1 coming down here. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn off our hydraulic pumps. Chimes going off. Seatbelt signs going off. And irises to the off position. And the probe heats can go to the off position. Beautiful. And seatbelt signs off. Let's go ahead and set our chocks. And let's go ahead and request deboarding. Request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
There GSX goes. Beautiful.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Beautiful. Got our crew outside unloading the baggage. I gotta... Okay, they automatically opened up. Beautiful. Let's come on in here. We can see the passengers. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. So cool. It's like, all right, thank you very much. Thank you. You might even be able to see them walking in the terminal as well. So all the baggage coming off the airplane. So cool. Oh, you look very happy. This guy's real tall. You hitting your head on the root there, man. Bang your head, bro. Damn, man, did you get sunburned? Whew.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Jeez, man, put some sunscreen on, bro. British Airways 320, it looks like. Wow, a lot of these ATRs here. See, it's actually animated where like they load each individual suitcase on the carriage here, and then when this one's filled up, she'll pull up and they'll fill this one up, and once this one's filled up, they drive away and it's complete. But it's so dope. Like FS Dream Team, even though it was a little wonky in the beginning, I mean, some of the updates have really made it better. And yeah, it's pretty awesome now.
Bye. Thank you for a wonderful flight. Thank you. You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna set up for the next flight. Gonna go to the Be Right back screen for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna grab a drink, re-energize myself, maybe get some caffeine, turn on some music while we're waiting, while you guys are waiting, and prepare our next flight from here to Chios International, which is another island. This one's a short one as well, probably about maybe same cruise time, 20-25 minutes at most.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
But yeah. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. What's going on, guys? We're back. Without further ado, we fire some FSLTL here. Let the airport come to life a little bit. There we go. All right, just gonna shut that music off and let's start getting focused for our next flight to Kos International Airport. Let's fire up FS Realistic.
FS Realistic connected.
All right, beautiful. So let's now go to GSX and let's actually do some. So we've got our, we have our jetway attached to the aircraft. Now, what we could do is let's go to catering. Let's do that, and we'll do with Olympic catering.
Vehicles are on their way.
See what that looks like. It's very well animated. The doors will open and they'll start bringing carriages into the aircraft. There he is. Got a nice Delta Airbus A350 there. There they are. All right, let's just come on inside here real quick and let's go ahead and fire up some initial power to the aircraft. Bat, stand by. Turn that guy on. Come on up here. RS is to the nav position 1 and 2. We'll go ahead and check our flaps. Where are our flaps? What's going on here? Come on. Let's see. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. We're on bat power. There we go. Align. Beautiful. What else are we doing here? Let's go to... turn this guy off. That guy can go off. See what it looks like on this side. Nah, let's go on the other side here. Oh, so good. It goes right to the exact level of the door, which is beautiful. The noise is a little loud, but yeah, it's awesome. Let's go inside here. You actually see the carriages like in, and then he swaps them out. It's like all animated in there. It's so good. And then he disappears right there, but it's still really, really good. Love it. All right, while they're doing their thing, let's start getting prepped here. All right, let's go down to our FMC. Let's go down to our pause in it. First of all, let's go back to the menu here. Let's go to FS Action Ground Services. We do have ground power established. Well, what are we doing here? Let's go to return. Doors are in the open position. Let's go ahead and open up our main cargo door. We'll go ahead and release that fuel. Today, the fuel we're going to need is, let's fetch our flight plan. The block fuel is 14.2, so we'll do 14.4, 14,400 pounds of fuel. Go ahead and enter that in. Go to our return return page. Let's go to our payload. Now our zero fuel weight is 111.789. So 111.9. So 111,900 pounds is what our zero fuel weight should be, which gives us a 92 load level, which is beautiful. 96 in economy, 7 in first, and we got our cargo weights forward and aft. Beautiful. Let's go to return. So our payload and our fuel is in. Let's go to our return menu, FMC. Now we're going to go to our pause in it. Waiting for your action to close entry door. Okay, let's go back to menu. Let's go to FS actions, ground services, doors. And that's closing. That's closing. Let's just make sure it's closing properly, which it is. Beautiful. All right, beautiful, guys. Thank you for the service. We're going to start our boarding in a minute here. All right, beautiful. So let's go to return. Let's go to our menus page now. Let's go to FMC index, and let's go to our flight plan here. We're sitting on the ground here in LGAV. LGAV. We'll go ahead and plug that in there. Take our left GPS. Plug that in there. Route. And we're going to LGKO. Let's go ahead and get that guy in there as well. Flight today is OS. What are we? 4452. Go ahead and get that in there. We'll request our flight plan. LGAV to LGKO. We'll go ahead and select that. And now we can go to GSX. Request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Go ahead and load. So our cargo area is now opening up the doors.
Do you want to board crew?
Let's go ahead and board both.
Pilot's boarding starting.
Let's go to activate, execute that. We're going to go to our legs page. And we can see our legs are here. Beautiful. Let's go to departures page. Let's take our sim brief. And 03 right is what we're going to take. Via the Kia 2 Tango. There we go. Kia 2 Tango. Is that right? Yep. Via Kia. Beautiful. Execute that arrivals page. On the, hopefully we can take the RNAV 32. They have an RNAV. RNAV 14. RNAV 32. Beautiful. And we will take the Copa 1 mic. Copa 1 mic with the Copar transition, which that should already be with us in the flight plan. So let's go to Lakes page. Make sure we're all connected here. No vectors, no discontinuities. And there's a discontinuity there. We'll execute that. Make sure our flight plan's attached. And beautiful. Once again, quick flight. According to SimBrief, let's take a look at what SimBrief is saying. Let's see here. SimBrief. 41 minutes of airtime. You know, we totally forgot to turn on the clock. Totally forgot to do that. That's why I have a checklist, boys and girls. Alright, so we're pretty much done with that for right now. Let's go to our index page. Let's go to our performance.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Alright, there they come. Let's go to zero fuel weight, which is 111.9, I believe. Right? Let's go to zero fuel. 111.9, yep. 111.9. Alright, so 111.9 reserves. It's going to be fin rest plus alternate, so we'll put 8.3 is fine. That'll work. Cost index we'll do 75. What are we cruising today at? 26? Excuse me, 230. 230 on the cruise. The average wind component, 271 at 19. Transition is 9,000. Execute that. N1 limit. We're definitely going to derate to 87, and we'll derate to climb 1 because this airplane climbs like a bat out of hell, and we have plenty of runway. So we'll do 80, well, 86. How much runway do we have? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we got plenty of runway. We'll do 86. We'll derate to takeoff 2, which is 18K derate, and takeoff is going to be flaps 5, CG at 24.5, 5.52, V1 rotate, V2 124, 134 on the rotate. And let's go ahead and fire up our APU here. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and just remove that for right now. 5.52. Parking brake set. All right, 5.52 is in the box. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and squawk 2,000. All right. I don't know why the mouse is doing that. Check our oxygen there. Beautiful. All right, so did it finally get rid of that? All right, we're checked there, and APU is now available. Swap over. Let's get those packs on. APU bleed is open. Hydraulics to the on position. Yacht damper is on. APU power is good. So it's a take off straight out and make a right turn. Beautiful. What else do we need to do? So we're all set up here. Let's go to flight director on. Flight director on. We'll just be lazy pilots and take it up to 230. Nice, beautiful Egan. Looks like a Neo. We're at about 350 feet. Beautiful. And we'll take this guy up to 230. All right. Take a look at the passengers here. Hello, welcome aboard. Hello. Hello, welcome aboard. Good morning. Hey man, you gotta check that in, bro. YouTube, you gotta check that in. Alright. Set our barometric pressure 3012. Ooh, pressure changed a little bit. Got our seatbelt sign on. Beautiful. Just made a flight attendant, called for the flight attendant. We'll let them know we're pretty much ready to go up here. Gonna turn off the ILS there, don't need that. VOR, don't need that either. And I'm just waiting for the crew outside to complete their load, and we're going to be getting the hell out of here. Should be a very short taxi. We're taxiing to runway 03 right, which is where this guy is. All right, boarding is complete. Let me go ahead and just start. God, I keep forgetting the name of this program. PAX, that's it. We'll just start the flight just so we can get some sounds. And we'll just set it to 9 passengers is fine. See this guy take off real quick. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant. At this
TA
time,
here.
be sure to ensure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bin and your small items are underneath furniture. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate.
Let's go do anti-collision on. Let's call the ground crew.
The overhead bin is full.
And ground crew, we are ready to be hooked up. Can remove chocks, please.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seat responsibilities in the card and seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant.
This should disappear.
Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets,
There it goes.
and any other larger electronic
We got
devices
another
are
Egan coming in.
Thank you and welcome aboard.
All right, we'll make our announcement when we start our pushback. All right, so we got our ground crew. Let's call them up. Prepare for departure and pushback. Got this to TA.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 4452. Our flight time will be roughly
There's our guy.
41 minutes. Please note the cabin doors
41
are now
minutes.
closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low.
Hello. Let's do it.
Seatback must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Looks like he's going around. Whoa! What are you guys doing, man? Come on. All right, let's go to net ref and one limit. Take off. There we go. So we're going to need nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. Come engine push. All engines clear.
All right, let's go.
Start and wait.
All right, fuel pumps to the on position. Hydraulics already on. Let's go ahead and shut off our packs. Engine number 2 over to ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice
And 2 is on the rise.
above your seat. When this light is illuminated,
20,
please
introduce.
fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion.
I love how they walk with you too. Or this guy does. It'd be cool if they had, like, you know how one's on each side. I don't know why they didn't add someone on the other side here, but maybe in a future update, that's what it'll look like. We'll see.
In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen.
Good start. Engine number 2, engine number 1 over to ground.
Now, secure the elastic band behind the
And 2 on the rise.
necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Oxygen is flowing.
Look, our top of climb is right there. I mean, we're we're gonna be there quick.
If you're traveling with children,
All right, just about at 20 now.
but
Introduce.
secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the event that the pilot decides to take us for a actionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, pull into the mouthpieces for manual inflation.
Okay.
This vest is equipped with a whistle and light.
Awaiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Looks like we have a good engine start on both.
All devices must be in airplane mode and your larger
On
devices
pitch to
must
ground.
be turned off
We have a good
during
engine
time.
start. You can
Please
disconnect.
securely stow your personal items. The
Continuous.
belts are fastened in seat backs and tray tables
Actually,
during
wait,
the
before we do that, let's go ahead and swap over.
This is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detector
Continuous,
is located
isolation
below
valve auto.
prohibited by law.
Bleed,
All of
engine
the
bleeds
systems
on,
and
engine
more
AP,
sound
excuse me,
effects
AP bleed is the opposition. APU's coming off.
Just reading this, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Does it say anti-ice? It's 19 degrees. I don't know what that is, dude. That's a bug. Alright, let's come on upstairs here. Let's turn on this. Probe beats to the on position. Gen 1, Gen 2 looks good. 22. Alright, this is all good here. Everything here looks good. Maybe if we try to get... Okay, there we go. So the probe beats weren't on.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
RTO. Flap set to the 5 position. Wait for this guy's signal. Recall checked. Rotate at 124. Alright, thank you very much. Taxi light coming to the on position. And ground crew, we appreciate you guys. Let's do a flight control check. Full left, full right, up, down, full left, full right. Beautiful. Release parking brake. Let's go. We're out of the apron area. Runway turnoffs come to the opposition. Real short taxi here. Alright, auto, throttle, armed, VNAV, LNAV to the arm position. Synced our bug with runway heading, beautiful. Let's go to engines here. And folks, from the flight deck, we're number 1 for takeoff. 43 minutes in the air. Should be a nice comfortable one for you. Welcome aboard. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. And folks, from the flight deck, we're number 1 for takeoff. 43 minutes in the air. Should be a nice comfortable one for you. Welcome aboard. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Alright, landing lights to the on position. Let's get fully lit up here. Make sure we're clear to the right here. We're clear. Recall checked.
Cabin is ready.
Alright, let's go. Start our clock. TARA. Runway clear. Push down on the yoke. Oh, I totally forgot to do the let me come on. Alright, let's go throttle 40. Engines stable and toga. What is that? Okay, we're good.
Airspeed's alive.
Check. Hey, not neutral.
V1.
You won? Rotate. A little bit of a crosswind. A little bit of rudder to the left there. Gear up. Pitch the nose up a little bit. About 20 degrees, it looks like what our flight directors want from us. Pitch down a little bit. Flaps 2. Just follow our flight directors. Lock our gear. Runway turnoffs and taxi can come to the off position. Flaps 1, speed check. Definitely got a little bit of a wind pushing us to the left. And flaps clean. Autopilot 1. Screaming out of Athens here. Alright, joystick's ham going off. Coming up to 9,000 feet. Go to normal standard barometric pressure. Standard pressure. Alright, landing lights can come to the off position now.
Gentlemen, we are now passengers 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable
10,000 feet call out. Let the
As a
crew
reminder, please belt fasten while you
tell the crew the crew can get out of their jump seats. So after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are in the on position, packs are in the auto position, landing gear is up in the lock position, flaps are fully retracted as indicated here, auto brake is set to off. After takeoff checklist complete. Recall check one more time, clean, and yeah, we are rocking and rolling. Take a look at our climb profile here. Let's make sure we're pressurizing. Which we are here, beautiful. Beautiful departure. Look at that airplane there. Alright, so when we get into Kos, I don't have a profile set up for the passengers deplaning. So what would normally happen is, you know, GSX Pro has a passenger bus where the bus will just pick them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a quick profile for that while we're there. It should only take a minute or two. Kind of show you how it works, and we'll deplane, and then we'll finish up the stream. Turn the volume down a little bit here. She's pretty comfortable. Let's go ahead and turn the... We're just about at cruise now, so we can go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off for the passengers. Pretty smooth. Let's see, do we have a headwind here? Oh, we'll have kind of a tailwind. Cool. 1,000-foot call out.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the short duration of this flight, we will not be able to offer in-flight service.
And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we just cruise altitude 23,000 feet. Probably start our descent about 25 to 30 minutes. Seatbelt signs off. Feel free to move along the cabin. Enjoy the flight with us. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, just cruise altitude 23,000 feet. Probably start our descent about 25 to 30 minutes. Seatbelt signs off. Feel free to move along the cabin. Enjoy the flight with us. And that is how we do that. Alright, let's take a look at our charts here. Make sure we are on course, which we are. So we're going to Kia. Kilo Echo Alpha is our first VOR fix. Then we're making a left turn to Verix, Ripley, Padax, Akina, Luris, Kopar, and the Kopar arrival into Kos. Beautiful. We're landing from the south. Planning for the RNAV 32. Oh yeah, should be a good one. I love how the moon's coming out. Look at the moon. That's dope. Alright, let's start getting prepared. Let's go to the maps page here. Let's double check, make sure we're all connected. Oh yeah, this is going to be a beautiful RNAV arrival. Right in. Beautiful. Alright, don't need any Victor vectoring. Alright. Okay, let's start to... Let's just drop this down just to get out of the way to 600 feet when we go manual. Let's go ahead and do a recall check. Beautiful pressurization. This airport elevation is 412 feet. Go to 450. Beautiful. You can actually turn off the wing light. This light can go off. That can go on. Approaching Varix. Let's go to our NIT page, index. We'll go to our approach charts. Let's take a look at how long this runway is. I actually don't know that. So it's 7,841 feet. So we should be okay with auto brake set to 2. And we're going to do a flaps full. Just in case. So 128 on our speed, flaps 40. And if we take a look at the weather there, we have an 8-mile-an-hour wind at 330. So we'll go ahead and put a +8 for wind correction, 54 degrees Fahrenheit, a little cool, 3006 on the altimeter. Beautiful, and visibility is really, really good. No rain. Alright, beautiful. Now, what we can do is to select our approach here. So we're taking the RNAV 32, excuse me. Go ahead and add 32. We just double check that it's 32. Yep, 32, beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at the airports now. Uh, 323 is our course. 323. 323, and we'll plug that in here. Three, 2, 3 on the course. 3, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 3. Beautiful. Now what? So landing, altitude, pressurization is in. Recall has been checked. Auto brake set to 2. VREF and minimums. We just got to get our minimums in. Approach briefing is complete. Altimeters are set. There we go. Let's come on down here to our minimums. So we're doing an RNAV, so we're going to need barometric pressure, not radial altimeter. And our minimums are 623. And there we go, barometric pressure at 623, and we are pretty much set up. Good to go. Now we can just relax, enjoy the flight a little bit. Yeah, this all should be very, very straightforward. I need to make sure I have something turned on here. Failures. Let's go to menu, PMDG setup, aircraft, failures, all systems, random service-based failures. Yes. Okay. Go back to options, simulation. Cool. Let's now go to aircraft equipment. Let's actually turn these callouts on. There we go. Because I remember I wasn't hearing 50, 40, 30. Like I wasn't hearing all the each call out on arrival into Athens. So just want to make sure that's on. And we go to top of descent here. Descent, we are 17 nautical miles. We're going to go ahead and request those descent speeds now. Let's double check, make sure what our transition is, which it is 5,000. 050. Boom. And load those, and we will execute, and it looks like it gave us a descent a little bit closer due to the winds. And let's go back to our legs page. Actually, let's get him on legs. Beautiful. Looks like we're good to go. All right. Going to be descending here very shortly. Let's go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign on. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, starting our descent now into Coast International Airport. Should be on the ground in about 25 so minutes. Beautiful weather in Coast, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be landing on runway 32. Do you appreciate you flying Olympic today? We hope to see you on another flight. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, starting our descent now into Coast International Airport. Should be on the ground in about 25 so minutes. Beautiful weather in Coast, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be landing on runway 32. Do appreciate you flying Olympic today. We hope to see you on another flight. Flight attendants, please prepare to the cabin for arrival. And there we have it. And look at those ridges. Woo. And there we have it, folks, on our descent into Coast International Airport. I believe this is our, is this our island here? I think this is the island. Right on profile. Got somebody 1,700 feet under us. A little bumpy. That is our island. So the airport's about right here somewhere. So what we're doing is we're flying out to this island and then making a left turn to coming in for our RNAV approach 32. I think that's the airport right there, maybe. Yeah, it's like right here. I think that's it right there. A little bit high, getting back on profile here. We've got a decel. Some speed brakes out. All right, dropping us to 250. About 10,000 feet. So go ahead and turn on those landing lights. Beautiful sunny day here. believe that's the airport right there. Alright. Let's pay attention here. Yep, 140 on the speed. 10,000 feet. Engines over to continuous. Did I forget to turn them to the opposite? I may have done that. I may have forgot to turn them to the opposition. They are probably been in the continuous position the whole time. See, folks, that's why you have a checklist.
We have begun our final descent to your destination.
Your destination.
Passengers have to select any track one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the back pocket or under the seat cushion.
So beautiful out here. I would love to come here in real life. Some windmills here, rendering. Looks like you could see some houses maybe there. Look at this coastline. It looks so beautiful. That is the airport right there. Take a look at our fuel. Plenty of fuel. And take a look at the wind. So yeah, we should have a direct headwind on final, which is always a good thing. So beautiful. So beautiful. There's our airport right there. Let's just make sure that everything else here looks good, which it does. Just checking the quality of the stream. Everything seems good on OBS side. Alright, what else do we need to do? Got landing lights to the on position. These lights will stay. We'll turn our wing light to the on position. Continuous here, beautiful. Auto brake set, recall checked, decelling here. We're going to be putting out flaps 1 in a minute. Path looks good. Come on, terrain, just for the hell of it. This little island here is so cool. Some houses right here. Some villas. this road right here. Is this like a volcano or something? I think this is a volcano. Holy shit. Alright, I gotta focus here. And we'll hold on. We won't deploy yet. Wow, look at that. Look at all that. That looks crazy. Looks like they're digging something here, maybe? Dude. Got some houses here. Look at these roads. Dude, it's beautiful. Look at this. Alright, let's go flaps 1. Flaps and slats, beautiful. Wow, that was awesome. Alright, where are we at? Cool. Oh, we gotta get our altimeter in. Yeah, we're a little high now. Should correct. Yeah, it's correcting. Let's just double check the altimeter one more time. Let's go to airports, weather. 3006, 3006, beautiful. 306 on our backup here, beautiful. And let's go to flaps 2. Speed brake armed, recall checked. And we'll go to flaps 5. Ooh. What are you doing, airplane? Was that a wind? Jesus. Maybe there was a wind update or something there. Alright, let's go to gear down. Let's go to flaps 10. Runway's on. Let's get fully lit up here. Flaps 15. Flaps 20. Flaps 30. And flaps full. And we got a little bit of wind here. Alright, gear down 3 green, flaps 30, auto brake set to 2, recall checked, cabin crew's been advised, you guys been advised. Let's do it. 1,000 feet stabilized.
approaching minimums.
I don't know about these trees. I don't know why those trees are there. Screwing up my approach a little bit. Continue.
300.
Yeah, those trees aren't actually supposed to be there.
100.
Oh, God. The trees. Oh, man. Well, I've actually never landed on runway 32 before, so that's why I didn't even know about those trees being there. I have trees set to medium, so yeah, I mean, obviously in real life those trees aren't there, but it is what it is, man. You can't win them all, you know. It is what it is. It's all good. Those trees are actually not supposed to be there, and I needed the full length of the runway to make a successful approach. So that is on Microsoft's Flight Sim, not on me. Do apologize, couldn't land that one. But until next time, and I actually really wanted to show how the GSX Pro, how that worked to set up a people path, a passenger path into the terminal. But this is what we're returning to the main menu, yes. So, yeah, it is what it is. Do appreciate you guys flying with me today and viewing the content. I hope to see you guys on another flight. Trying to make my small little flight sim channel grow, which is very difficult in this very, very niche hobby of ours. Do appreciate you guys. Hope to see you on the next flight, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.